Go on, Karen. What's name one of your favourite 80s TV shows?
I think I'm going to go for a real classic here, and I could watch it over and over and over again, and that is Only Fools and
Oh,
Horses.
oh,
It doesn't matter how old you are. My
no.
children even love it.
Yeah, that's an iconic show, isn't it? And that's I mean, when I was looking at loads of them. That was the one that came to me.
Yeah.
Just thought it was just amazing, wasn't it? They were brilliant.
I love the comedy of it, but I love the seriousness of it as well, because there was also always a message. They lost their mum,
Yeah.
and he sort of brought him up as his own, you know, with his brother. And there was a big age gap between the two. It was still very protective of him, and there was some quite sad things as well.
So, I mean, some of them had that, didn't they? They have that sad bit of it as well as in all that. I mean, it's like with Only Fools and Horses, that iconic bit is where he gets to lean on the bar, isn't it? And he just flies down the stairs.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So many.
Yeah. And that, I think that's one of the most iconic things when you watch that. And it's, do you know what? And even now you can still watch it, can't you? It's still brilliant.
And there's loads of TikTok things of it. One of my favourite ones was Trig. Why do you call me Dave? My name's not Dave, innit? No, thanks, Rodney. All right, Dave. Sorry, Dave.
I do love that. You know, and the thing is, they don't make them like that no more, do they? That's the thing. I know it sounds, and I always say that to people, they'll say, "Oh, stop being old," but they don't. They just don't make them sort of comedies like that anymore. You know what I mean? So, well, come on then, Wendy. What's your favourite? She's gone to sleep.
The group that I was looking because there was so many, and I did not remember some of them. I was like, "Oh my goodness, I can't remember them." So the ones I've written down because the ones I've personally watched regular. Some I know or seen, but the ones I used to like to watch, Auf Wiedersehen, Pet, and Jimmy Nail. You know, he sang a song, didn't he, Jimmy Nail?
Yeah, he did.
She's lying.
Yeah.
I know somebody.
Yeah.
I'm a good singer.
Lying.
Oh, yeah.
I think I remember that. I can't remember it that much, but I think I know my mum and dad used to watch that and they used to love it.
And then Pat Roach, he was a wrestler because I went to see him with Big Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I loved watching that because obviously being in the Northeast. And I watched that all the time. But my favorite were the Dallas and Dynasty.
Oh, come on now. Yeah.
I have to be honest. I literally just before this, so before I do our podcast, I've just been talking about Dallas and Dynasty and what my fate about what it meant to me. So absolutely Dallas or Dynasty. So what were you, Dallas or Dynasty?
Oh, I must say, I think I'd have to say Dallas.
What were you, Anna?
Dynasty was a spin-off, wasn't it?
I don't know. I think for me, it was always like when they realized it was all a dream and he was in the shower.
That was Dallas, wasn't it?
And that was when I was like, the lost, but the fashions, oh my God. So glamorous.
I mean, I love Dallas. I love Dallas for the Cowboys. That speaks more about me, doesn't it? But I love that. But I love Dynasty for I think it's, for me, it was more the Joan Collins, how iconic that character was. I mean, she was just, do you know what I mean? In the fighting scenes, fighting scenes.
Brilliant.
You have to watch them now. It's incredible.
They had the Colbys.
The Colbys were the spin-off, weren't it, from Dynasty?
Yeah.
Or Dynasty. I think America called it Dynasty.
I know what is it, Dynasty or Dynasty? I think we say that. Do we not say Dynasty?
Dynasty, but Americans say Dynasty.
Dynasty.
Oh.
I was that interested. I was on the bed for nearly 3 hours because I wanted to know who was in it, when they were in it. I didn't even know that Elvis Presley's wife was in it.
She was Priscilla, yeah.
Yeah, Priscilla was in it. Yeah. And I was looking at the made 13 seasons.
Was that Dallas? I was mentioning that one. I always remember the Who Shot JR bit, and it was like the Prince was coming, wasn't it? It was like some sort of royalty was coming because everything was on, and even he was on the news.
That was bigger than pre-Deirdre Rashid in Coronation Street, wasn't it?
It was. And that night, everyone was glued to the telly, wasn't they? But it's not the road from me. It's about, half an hour drive. We actually have a town called Who Shot. EWSHOT. We
Oh,
actually had two shots. And that all happened. They just spray painted JR on the side.
How funny.
Yeah, the thing is, you wouldn't get that now because I was like, I mean, you just because everything you wouldn't ever get to not know who it was because you can get it online, can't you? There's so many spoilers
Yeah.
that you could
that
find it
was
in an instant.
amazing. I couldn't look at Patrick Duffy, to be fair, because I kept thinking he was the man from Atlantis. A man from
I
Atlantis,
used to love
Jen.
but yeah,
He's not-
He used to.
we look good in the shower.
Yeah, see, I'm a bit, I'm a bit like you, and I watched Alice and I liked it, but I must admit I did switch off a little bit when she got her memory back or whatever, and he woke up in the shower. I
Yeah.
think you become a bit over. It's become ridiculous then, isn't it?
I like
I
Nicole
mean,
bit. I
oh,
got
to
him.
see how was that?